Thai para-athlete and former soldier shot his bride and 3 others before taking...
Lyrics are expected to be used as evidence in the trial against the rapper Young Thug.
Police in Ohio are investigating a mass shooting at a Walmart near Dayton that left 4 shoppers wounded.
Prepare for real-life stories about crime, from a sad tale about a Thai groom kills bride to the legal struggles of Young Thug's RICO charges and the heartbreaking Ohio Walmart shooting. Join us as we explore the details, twists, and turns of these cases. 1. Thai groom kills bride.
In Thailand, a para-athlete and former soldier has shot his bride and 3 others before killing himself.
Chaturong Suksuk, a remarkable 29-year-old para-athlete hailing from Thailand, has earned acclaim as a decorated swimmer. His prowess was recently showcased in the 2022 ASEAN Para Games held across Indonesia and Cambodia, where he secured not 1 but 2 silver medals. Beyond his achievements in the pool, Chaturong Suksuk was also a Thai Army Ranger. Suksuk and 44-year-old Kanchana Pachunthuek had been living together for 3 years before they decided to get married. Sources say that Suksuk had met Kanchana after she was divorced from her previous husband, and the two began living together. Kanchana was said to be quite beautiful and outgoing with a soft-spoken voice. However, it was quite obvious to people around the lovebirds that Suksuk appeared to be a jealous lover and very conscious of his physical disability. One of the reasons for the jealousy was the age difference between the couple, with the groom being 15 years younger than his bride. Chaturong Suksuk had suffered an amputated leg after being involved in an incident in his official duties with the paramilitary Ranger Corps, of which he was formerly a member. Evidently, he was involved in an accident with a train which crushed his right leg, leading to a permanent disability and forcing him to wear a prosthetic leg to walk. On November 25, 2023, the couple opted to celebrate their wedding in a village located in the Wangnam Keo district, nestled in the northeastern Thai province of Nakhon Ratchasima. The festivities commenced in the early hours of the morning with the wedding ceremony, followed by an evening wedding party. The celebration, attended by families and friends of both Suksuk and Kanchana, took place outside the couple's home in Nakhon Ratchasima. However, the joyous occasion turned tense as the couple got into a heated argument at the table within a tent erected for the event. Witnesses at the party reported that Suksuk had been consuming alcohol throughout the night. He engaged in verbal exchanges with his newly married wife, even upturning a table during one of the arguments, causing chaos at the event. The couple had 2 heated arguments during the party, and Suksuk eventually walked out of the event. Suksuk walked to his vehicle and retrieved a 9mm handgun that he typically used for sporting practice. After a few minutes, he returned to the party and without warning began shooting. His 44-year-old wife, Kanchana, was shot multiple times and tragically lost her life on the spot. Suksuk then turned the gun on his wife's 62-year-old mother, Kingthong Kleoho, and fired shots at her, along with Kornipa Manato, the younger daughter and sister of his wife, who were also injured in the horrific incident. Suksuk then shot himself and died on the spot. Another guest, 50-year-old Thong Nongkunthad, got caught in the crossfire and sustained injuries. He was rushed to Wangnam Kiao Hospital, where he later succumbed to the wounds, adding to the tragic toll of the event. Another victim was also shot and seriously injured in the gunfire. 28-year-old Mr. Bamrung Chatararat was taken to the same hospital and later moved to Maharat Hospital in the center of Nakhon Ratchasima. The injured guest was reported to be in a critical condition as one of the bullets struck his side, lodging within his spine. Eyewitnesses vividly recounted the horrifying incident, noting well over 10 gunshots fired in rapid succession after the groom, Suksuk, returned with the intention of murdering his wife. Prompted by the distressing situation, police and emergency services swiftly responded to the incident before midnight. The response was led by Police Lieutenant Colonel Matachon Wongbakul, accompanied by the Superintendent of Wangnam Kiao Police Station, Police Colonel Rungroj Tangamnue. The police forensic officers diligently analyzed the scene of the shattered party, both inside and around the tent in front of the perpetrator's home, to piece together the events leading to this tragic incident. Officers found the bodies of 4 people, including Mr. Chaturong, his wife, his mother-in-law, and his sister-in-law. Consequently, the following day, police were still sifting the evidence, seeking a motive for the shooting, but believe it to have been jealousy targeted at the perpetrator's wife, who was beautiful and hospitable to the couple's guests, while her younger husband's jealousy grew over the attention she was paying to some of the men at the event whom she regarded highly. Furthermore, investigators briefed the press at the scene, suggesting that the perpetrator's anger had grown throughout the evening as he imbibed alcohol alcohol, leading to a verbal confrontation with his wife before he erupted violently and went for his gun. Police retrieved 11 9mm gun casings from the scene of the shooting, including 2 bullet heads. It is reported that the deceased bride, Kanchana, had 2 female children from her previous marriage, one studying at high school in Nakhon Ratchasima and the other working as a beautician. Both girls had attended Saturday morning's wedding ceremony, where no one could have anticipated the evil which was to unfold and the coming night's celebrations. Further investigations are still going on at the moment. 2. Trial of Young Thug. On May 9, 2022, the renowned Grammy-winning rapper Jeffrey Lamar Williams, widely known as Young Thug, faced arrest at his Atlanta residence as reported by the police. Subsequently, he was detained at the Fulton County Jail, where charges were brought against him, including conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, and involvement in criminal street gang activity. According to the indictment, Williams, along with 27 associates of the enterprise Young Slime Life, conspired to associate together and with others for the common purposes of illegally obtaining money and property through a pattern of racketeering activity and conducting and participating in the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity. The indictment lists one of Williams's purported associates as fellow rapper Gunna, known as Sergio Kitchens. Kitchens, too, faces charges of conspiracy to violate RICO, as outlined in the indictment. Prosecutors assert that Williams, along with 2 other defendants, established the YSL gang in late 2012, alleging connections to the National Bloods gang. Other alleged members of the YSL enterprise are accused of violent offenses in the indictment, including murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and armed robbery. The alleged offenses date back as early as 2013. After nearly 10 months of jury selection, one of the country's highest-profile trials has finally started. The blistering indictment naming Young Thug has turned national attention to the Atlanta courtroom, where opening statements began on Monday, ahead of what could be a lengthy trial with a star-studded witness list. The case has also drawn fierce criticism over the prosecutor's use of rap lyrics as proof of the gang's existence, a move some say is a racist violation of freedom of speech and artistic expression, and the latest instance of black arts being targeted. Several defendants took plea deals last December, including Gunna and Young Thug's older brother, while others were severed from the case for a number of reasons, including representation issues. According to court records, prosecutors contend that the rapper is a violent gang leader and have presented instances they claim substantiate this assertion. These instances include threatening to shoot a security guard in the face, multiple displays of the gang's purported hand signal, including on social media posts, and rapping about the criminal group. Prosecutors further allege that gang members discussed seeking Young Thug's approval to harm rapper YFN Lucci, purportedly the leader of a rival street gang. Young Thug faced an initial indictment on charges of conspiring to violate the RICO statute and participating in criminal street gang activity. Subsequently, in an August 2022 indictment, prosecutors added more counts related to gang activity, along with drug and firearms violations. These additional charges were a result of a search warrant executed at the residence where the rapper was staying, during which authorities allegedly discovered drugs and firearms. Young Thug is facing 8 charges out of the 65 total counts outlined for the defendants. One of the more severe allegations against him is that he allegedly rented a car in 2015, which was later used in the murder of a rival gang member. The fatal shooting was reportedly executed by YSL gang members 3 days after the car rental. Other defendants still awaiting trial in the case include Marquavius Huey, Diamante Kendrick, Yak Gotti, Quamarvius Nichols, Redalius Ryan, and Shannon Stillwell. Other defendants pleaded guilty to various charges in December 2022, prior to jury selection. Among them was Gunna, whose given name is Sergio Kitchens. The rapper entered an Alford plea on a single alleged count of conspiring to violate the RICO law. An Alford plea allows defendants to maintain their innocence while recognizing it's in their best interest not to go to trial. Criminal defense attorney Devin Raffis said Gunna received a 5-year prison sentence, with 1 year credited for time served and the remaining 4 years suspended. Young Thug's elder brother, Quantavius Greer, also known as Unfunk, pleaded guilty to 1 count of violating the RICO Act and 1 count of theft by receiving stolen property, as reported by CNN affiliate WSB. Trontavius Stevens, known as Tick, entered a guilty plea in December on a RICO charge as part of a negotiated deal. He acknowledged being one of YSL's founding members and admitted that associates of the group committed crimes. Defendant Antonio Sledge, known as Mauk Tonk, pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiring to violate the RICO statute and a firearm charge. In court, he acknowledged YSL is a criminal enterprise and he committed several crimes on behalf of and as part of the group. He also acknowledged he received money from Young Thug to lay low. According to prosecutors, several days after the fatal shooting of the rival gang member, Young Thug committed no crime whatsoever, his attorney Brian Steele told CNN. CNN reached out to Steele for comment ahead of opening statements. Young Thug is wrongly charged on every single count, Steele said, and described his client as an amazing person who comes from hunger and poverty and lack of opportunity. He's trying to get others out of poverty, Steele said. That's his mission in life. The trial is expected to take months and could feature a star-studded list of witnesses, a list of those who could potentially take the stand, submitted by prosecutors earlier this year, included rapper YFN Lucci and rapper Lil Wayne, while Young Thug's list of potential witnesses includes Killer Mike. 3. Ohio Walmart shooting.
Police in Ohio are investigating a mass shooting at a Walmart near Dayton that left 4 shoppers wounded.
On November 26, 2023, at approximately 8:36 p.m. ET in Beaver Creek, around 10 miles southeast of Dayton, 20-year-old Benjamin Charles Jones from Dayton entered a store. He proceeded to shoot a man and 3 women, as witnessed by onlookers who saw Jones holding a rifle and walking through the store, seemingly firing at patrons without discrimination. The injured individuals were transported to nearby hospitals for medical care. The assailant was discovered deceased in the store around 8:42 p.m. from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound, as confirmed by Beaver Creek police responding to the incident. 2 of the victims have been discharged, while the remaining 2 are in stable condition at the hospital. The gunshot injuries inflicted upon the victims seem to be largely random, according to Chad Lindsay, the acting chief of the Beaver Creek Police Department. The wounds were distributed throughout various parts of the body. Reports say 2 of the wounded women are black, and the other woman and the wounded man are white. Based on evidence collected, including journal writings from the attacker, the attack may have been at least partially inspired by racially motivated violent extremist ideology. The FBI's news release reads, "The FBI will continue to investigate the motivating factors leading to this attack." At his residence, Jones possessed 2 Nazi flags. During the investigation, authorities discovered items such as the SS history book, a shooting complex card, handwritten notes, a laptop, and an external hard drive, as reported by WHIO. Fairborn Police said they were called to Jones's home in April and May 2022, and Jones told officers he was suicidal. Both times Jones was pink-slipped and taken to Soin Medical Center, police said, according to the Dayton Daily News. Pink slips are generally used to involuntarily admit patients to hospitals. This is at least the 2nd deadly shooting at the same store where, nearly 10 years ago, police shot and killed a black man who was holding an air rifle he had found on a store shelf that was not in its packaging. The killing sparked outrage and a call for reform. Walmart will offer emergency support to affected associates and set up an off-site resource center offering counseling, the company said in a statement. With details of Monday night's shooting at our Beaver Creek store still coming to light, we're focused on providing our associates with the attention and support needed to cope with this tragedy, the statement read. No decision has been made on when the store will reopen, the company said. The weapon was purchased on November 18, 2023 from a store in the Dayton area, the FBI said. Investigators are continuing to look at the background of the subject to determine if any of his answers on the ATF Form 4473 were inaccurate. This investigation remains very active as the FBI thoroughly examines the attacker's background, motive, connections, and online activity, the FBI added. Thanks for being with us. We will see you soon in our next Crimes of the Week. Till then, stay safe.